रेकी ओने नाबू हमारा नाम है विनोद लाल फैंटम रेडियो फीजी 2 हम लोग बहुत लाइक करता हुआ ये सुनता है
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन.
Yandra Vinaka and Good Morning Fiji. In this bulletin, NFP in breach of Political Parties Act, demand for e-passports, and Fiji has potential for outsourcing services.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Spate.
The National Federation Party has been found in breach of the Political Parties Act. Registrar of Political Parties Mohammed Saneem yesterday listed anomalies found in the NFP's 2018 audited accounts. The NFP has now been given clear directions and a timeline to address the issues. Lena Rees has more.
One of the main concerns for the Registrar of Political Parties is that the NFP allegedly failed or neglected to issue receipts for amounts which add up to $131,578.
It is also highly questionable how the party, without having issued receipts for such a large sum, was able to compile the list of donations 2 years later for some 54 entries.
Having given the NFP time to resubmit its audited accounts, Saneem says the party has to appoint an independent auditor duly registered with the Fiji Institute of Accountants. The registrar has barred NFP from using Parker's Chartered Accountants Fiji Limited or any person engaged in the same firm.
The National Federation Party is always required to submit audited accounts from an approved auditor under the FIA Act. And as you would know, under the Act, Parker's Chartered Accountants Fiji Pte Limited cannot issue any audit opinion.
Once the NFP finds a new auditor, it has 30 days to get its accounts in order.
Well, all I'm going to say is we are going to deal with the issues as directed by the Supervisor of Election and the Registrar of Political Parties.
The Supervisor of Elections has confirmed that further action will be taken against NFP if it is unable to rectify these anomalies within their audited accounts before the deadline. Lena Rees, FBC News.
The Ministry of Education has noted a number of discrepancies in the use of funds at the Kulu Public School in Singatoka. These were highlighted in an audit for the 2019 financial year, outlining a number of alleged breaches and misuse of funds. Philippe Naikaso reports.
The audit was a directive from the Ministry of Education's Director Primary, and today the school committee that was dissolved earlier this year tried to take the issue up with the Attorney General.
Where is zero tolerance to corruption? We as management, we were elected by the public of Kulu. And just when we started finding the problem, the corruption related to the school, Minister of Education, Education Minister dissolved the management.
The school allegedly used the free education grant and failed to fully acquit the expenses. It also allegedly breached the procurement procedure and failed to adhere to the guideline of a fencing project awarded to Heritage Building Solution.
Rosie Akbar came up. She took 7 days. Nothing turned up. It's 3 months of finding. This is from MEHA, this is from Ministry of Education, Heritage and Arts audit report.
A member of the 2019 school committee, which was in charge last year, told FBC News today that funds were never misused.
Maybe we've done that, maybe we made some mistakes, but I can assure you, every cent that is given by government, we spend it where it's supposed to go.
The audit report also noted that some of the payment vouchers were neither authorized nor approved.
That's a report. We cannot dispute a report, but we can only give reasons why we do what we have done. But I can assure you, every single cent that we sign is not our money. It's spent where it's supposed to go.
FBC News has also contacted the Minister of Education, Rosie Akbar, who is expected to comment later. Philippe Naikaso, FBC News.
Thousands of Fijians have applied for e-passports since the launch of the new service last year. More than 35,000 new e-passports have been issued by the Immigration Department. Permanent Secretary for Immigration, Yogesh Karan, says the department has seen a lot of demand. Hence, the reason there were some issues during the transition due to backlogs.
We received 36,000 applications, out of which we have done almost 35,600 that have been printed and issued to people. So from September last year till now, it's less than a year. Usually, the passports, the number of passports we do in a year is about 25,000.
Growing international demand for outsourcing services presents opportunities for Fiji to set itself up as a regional outsourcing hub. This was highlighted by Minister for Commerce and Trade Fayaz Koya while launching the Business Process Outsourcing Council of Fiji, highlighting that it is a great source of employment, producing good skill sets for Fijians. Kritika Kumar reports.
Outsourcing service providers employs over 4,000 Fijians with the potential to increase to over 10,000 in the next couple of years.
Also encourage other BPO companies to take advantage of the investment incentives in Fiji that we have to offer, and businesses to consider outsourcing their back office operations to these companies.
The Australian High Commissioner to Fiji believes the BPO Council of Fiji, together with its members, will put us on the map as an outsourcing destination.
Fijian business people are known for their innovation and their resourcefulness, and I'm excited that Australia can play a small part in supporting their endeavours through exposure to new technologies and business practices.
Fix believes Fiji is well positioned to gain from the BPO market, especially during the COVID-19 crisis. With an average age of 27 and a literacy rate of 96%, Fiji has a growing workforce and fluent English speakers, ideal for outsourcing service operators. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
The members of the Solo Mums Project will be holding a market day to promote their business. 16 mums are part of the project, and this will be their first market day. Project manager Esther Karanavatu says the idea was put forward by the single moms who wanted to showcase their products. She says the organisation will find ways to assist the mothers to get back on their feet.
Because our training involved women eventually having to run their businesses. So with COVID-19, when the pandemic hit the nation, most of our mothers could not sell their products. So this is why we're holding the market day.
Telecommunications company Vodafone Fiji Limited is set to complete a massive $210 million network expansion and upgrade in the next 2 weeks. Chief Executive Ronald Prasad says the project was due in April, but was delayed due to the pandemic and unfavorable weather conditions. Prasad says they now have 147 new sites, bringing their network total to 540 transmitters.
What this also means is that we have upgraded some of our existing 3G. So in total, around 100 3G base stations that have now been upgraded to 4G. And this means that around 85% of Fiji's population now have access to very, very fast internet on Vodafone's 4G network.
President Major General retired Chiochi Konrote received the new British High Commissioner to Fiji, Christopher George Edgar, at the State House yesterday. Edgar presented his credentials to the President after inspecting a guard of honour mounted by the members of the Republic of Fiji military forces. Prior to his appointment, Edgar was the European Union ambassador to Cambodia before taking up the post of Deputy Director for the Foreign, Commonwealth and Development Office Coronavirus Task Force. The resident British High Commissioner to Fiji was accompanied by his wife and Deputy High Commissioner Paul Welsh. Up ahead, Nandronga prefers underdog tag, and touch rugby season starts tomorrow.
Hi, Bula. I'm Selai from Nandi. I love Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Facing the Ramsamy Service side tomorrow at the NZ Stadium is a mammoth task for Nandronga, according to Captain Ulayasi Lawavo. The Stallions know it will not be the same Suva outfit they defeated in round 1 of the Skipper Cup. Lawavo says Suva will start as favourites based on their recent performances.
We know what Suva are capable of. They got a big place and they have a big name as well. Some national reps, 15s and 7s rep as well. So we know what they will bring this Saturday.
Royal football captain Setareki Hughes believes the players are clear on what they need to achieve in their coming Vodafone Premier League games. The Delta Tigers aim to create history by winning their first ever VPL title. Hughes says looking at their performance so far, the side is on track as they maintain their spot at the top of the table. He adds with fear of complacency, the players are reminded each week that the battle is far from over.
I know Rewa haven't won the National League yet in the past years, so we are trying really hard, and the coach too is doing his share of work, and every day he's been mentioning to us that our main focus this year is the league title. So I know we can do well this year, so we'll just leave it to God with whatever his decision is.
The new executives of Fiji Touch Rugby Association hope to bring about positive changes to the sport. New President Devita Mao says they will work closely with the Fiji National Sports Commission in promoting and developing touch rugby in the country. Suva and Nandi are the only affiliated associations in Fiji, and Mao hopes that will soon change.
For us, it's just a matter of building on what they have done and the possibility of also exploring other areas to improve or to expand the game. I think that is part of the work that we will need to do as incoming executives.
Cricket Fiji plans to take cricket to Tavua, Ba and Vatukola. Chief Executive Alex Kondrote says these are the three areas left for Cricket Fiji to conduct its development programs. Kondrote says while they plan to get more people to take interest in the sport, they're focused solely on identifying women who have the talent and passion for the sport.
We've never taken cricket to Tavua and Ba Vatukola in quite a while. So this year is when we hope to start that. Not just to get more men into the game, but to also try and identify talent for women as well down that side.
Quick look at the weather map for today. It is finally Friday, the 11th of September. Expect cloudy periods with brief showers over the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Mainly fine weather elsewhere. Moderate to fresh south to southeast winds. Moderate to rough seas. And that is UFBC Morning News. Join us at 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. for our major bulletin. Remember, in times of crisis, you need factual news that you can trust. Stop believing fake news about the COVID-19 on social media. Fight misinformation by getting only the facts about the coronavirus from verified news sources like FBC's TV, radio and digital media news. www.fbcnews.com.fj. Keeping Fijians connected with the truth.
Navan go merere te lawa, go ngai Tavua, ando talita kana vararonga na Radio Fiji 1 nando mai viti.
Radio Fiji 1 nando mai viti.